Hello dear students, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. You know that in genetics, we have something which we call, and he found some terms we call the genotype and phenotype. When it comes to the genotype, you should know specifically genotype relates or talks with the alleles. What are the alleles inside the chromosomes? So we have a pair of chromosomes in case, let's say. So inside them, there is a specific structure on the genes, or in genetics we call alleles. So these alleles are responsible for traits. So genotype, it reflects the composition of the structure of genetics of individual, and it expresses the genetic codes together in a particular individual. But when it comes to the phenotype, we called morphology, the shape. So always, you should memorize that one and put it in your mind. Always genotype affects and controls phenotype. According to the genotype, we should decide about phenotype. So phenotype, it refers to the properties or observed signs on the organism which is genetically controlled. For example, stem length and stem shortness in Pisum sativum, yani in pea plant. In pea plant, there's a table later I'm going to show you. So what do we have? Let me show you that one and then we come back here. According to this table, you should know, we are going to divide and know about the traits of this plant and how Mendel decided and he separated the dominant and the recessive one. Guys, the dominant is the trait who always shows, and whenever there is a dominant, the recessive cannot show itself. So, according to the flower color, the purple color is dominant, and so the purple color is dominant and the white one is recessive. And there are some alleles, genotype for it. So now what we see, we are going to look at the phenotypes. Okay? How about the genotype? For example, the phenotype of purple, we have two options. Rather, is it here P capital or P capital, P small? How about the white one? Both should be small. P small, P small. How about the seed color? Rather, we use G capital or G capital, G small. How about the green, which is the recessive one? We are going to use G small, G small. And the shape also, round is dominant. So we are going to use W capital, W capital, W capital, W small. Later when I'm going to, let's say, solve the questions and the problems, we understand more. And the wrinkled one is the recessive one, so we are going to use W small, W small. The last example which we focus is the stem length. We just saw it on the question. So for the length, for the tall one, we use T capital, or T capital, T small. The dwarf one means short, so which is the recessive, we are going to use T small, T small. So it means that if we go back to the topic we had here, what do we have? What do we see here? We said the stems, the length and the shortness, and we have dominant and recessive one. Okay, so we have that trait uses for the dominant, rather T capital or T capital, T small. And that one for the short stem, T small, T small. So, and there is something else you should know. Whenever you see two letters in the same one, like that one, or T small, we call them pure or homozygous or homogeneous. Why? Because both alleles are the same. But whenever we have this one, two letters are different, so rather they are hybrid, two different stuff, or heterogeneous, or we can call it heterozygous. We can use these terms.